And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight. We've got a huge Atlantic Division matchup and a huge rivalry between the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs here tonight. This should be a great matchup, a great game. It's their third meeting of the season. Their first two has been a split so far. Both teams have won one game to this point, and we're going to see who takes the third matchup between the Bruins and Leafs here in this one tonight. So this should be a great game, should be a lot of fun. Obviously, very important 2 points on the line between the top two teams in the Atlantic Division, as separated by 11 points right now. Toronto trying to close that gap. Boston, have kind of hit a little bit of a bump in the road. The first real bump in the road the Bruins have hit at any point this season, with a few losses in a row now. And, we're going to see if they can get back on track before the All-Star break, or if Toronto is able to pick up a big home win and close that point gap back to single digits if they can win this one in regulation here tonight. So excited for this one. It should be a good game. I'm going to get the poll up in the chat so all of you guys can get your votes in on who you think is going to win this tonight. We have the Bruins on the road up in Toronto. Obviously, never an easy place to go play, especially in such a big game and a big matchup like this. Maple Leafs trying to defend home ice. Leafs did win earlier in the season against the Bruins at home. It was actually one of Boston's first losses of the year back at the beginning of November. Bruins won their game against Toronto in TD Garden on home ice. So we're back in Toronto here. This should be fun. Let's see. Connor, we'll say hi to everybody in the chat. We got Connor, Austin, Ordinary Guy, Sheer, Bolts and Caps fan, Marinelli Bros, JJ, BC Transportation, Logan, Warm Up, James, Kelly, Cy, Brendan, Aries. What is going on? Welcome. Thank you guys for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. We're getting ready for the action. And we should be a few minutes away from puck drop still. Not quite ready to go. So we got a little bit of time here before we actually get into the on-ice play. New job's great. I love it. It's been going really well. And it's good. Working a lot of hours, but it's fun. I'm getting up every day and, not dreading going to work. I'm waking up and be like, all right, let's go. Time to go to work. Let's have a good day. The guys I work with have been really, really good. I've had the same crew leader for all but one day that I've worked so far, and he's been fantastic. So it's going really well. And today was exactly 1 week since I started, and I no complaints from me. And it's good. Ottawa Senators Outlook, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Fisher, I think, would be a pretty low-cost option, Ottawa Senators Outlook. I don't think he's going to cost more than, a mid-round draft pick. He's kind of just, he's not super young anymore. He's been in the league now for a few years, and he's kind of getting into that mid-20s range where what you have is what you've got. And, he's a decent bottom six guy, but he's certainly, I don't think, going to ever jump up into be a top 6 25 goal scorer or anything like that. So he's probably going to be a decent cheap option for the third or fourth line. For sure, you could probably get him for a mid-round pick, like a fourth or something, third or fourth, something like that. Namron, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Bridgeport Islanders, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, hope it's a fun time, Austin. Yes, Canucks traded Bo Horvat to the Islanders, and obviously that was a major splash move for the Islanders, but that was pretty much the Isles' only shot of making a run at a playoff spot. I mean, if the Islanders didn't do anything and just stayed with the team that they had, they were not going to make the playoffs. They've been too inconsistent this year. They're behind Washington. They're behind Pittsburgh. They're behind the Rangers. They were not going to make the playoffs without going out and trying to make some sort of major change like that. They did it. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how Horvat plays. We'll see if Horvat can kind of push them into, winning a little bit more regularly. And if he can do that, I think the Isles could make a push towards a playoff spot. But they needed to do something because, this is one of those just kind of go all out and try and change, make a big splash, get some momentum moving in your favor and try and make a run. Because without that, they were definitely not going to be a playoff team. Hey, Mean Girl Hockey, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I believe, John, it is Friday through Sunday the NHL has off. So I believe there are games tomorrow night, but then Friday, Saturday, Sunday they have off, and then the league gets back into action next week on Monday. In the net with Nick. What's going on, Nick? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't know what I'm going to do next week, Austin. Probably, but I'm not going to be streaming nearly as much as I used to. That's a guarantee. There's no way. The last thing I want to do after, getting home every day after a 10-hour workday is go and have to stream another 2.5, 3 hours after that. So streams are going to be like once, twice a week. Again, once football season ends, which obviously now the only football game left is the Super Bowl, weekend streams are going to become a lot more common after the Super Bowl. So then, Saturdays, Sundays, I can get afternoon games in. I can do night games. Friday nights even I could, because I won't have work the next day, so I'll be able to stream more on Friday nights as well. So again, like the schedule's going to change a little bit. There's not going to be as many streams. I'm not going to be doing 5 games a week like I was, but might be more of like a 1 game during the week, 1 game on the weekend type thing. Rick, what is going on? Welcome. Job's been fantastic. Very, very good. Victoria, what is going on? Welcome. Vernon, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. I work for a tree service, Nick. All right, so we should be getting pretty close to puck drop here. Obviously, they've got to do the national anthems for the U.S. and Canada. Broadcast is at commercial right now, so hopefully we're just a few minutes away, and we'll actually be getting into the game here. Let's see. I know that this has been a weird week as far as... Oh, no, there are no games tomorrow. This is the last night of games before the All-Star break. See, again, like I'm not even following what's going on even that closely anymore because I'm busy all day. Like, before, I was sitting around the house. I could look at NHL.com. I was following... everything, all the scores from other games and stuff. I haven't even looked at anything like that at all recently. There are no games tomorrow. So this is literally it. There's 2 games tonight. Obviously, Bruins play the Leafs. Carolina's also playing Buffalo, and that's it. There's they have tomorrow off. Friday is the skills competition, then Saturday is the All-Star game. They have Sunday off for travel back, and then Monday the league starts up again. But this is the last night of games before the All-Star break. And there's only 2 tonight, which I'm a little surprised by. There's across the entire NHL, there's only 2 games tonight. So we'll see how Carolina and Buffalo goes. Obviously, Buffalo is still very much in a big-time battle to get into a playoff spot. Right now, they're only 1 point out from the Pittsburgh Penguins. They've been playing pretty well recently, 6-2-2 in their last 10. And the Sabres are just 1 point out of a playoff spot. So that's a huge game for them. Against a very tough opponent in the Carolina Hurricanes, who are on a 6-game winning streak and lead the Metro Division. I am watching on New England Sportsnet. That's the regional network for the Boston Bruins. Hey, Jeremiah, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. Been awesome. Hey, Water King, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. I don't even know what anybody's record is. Senators... Nah, Senators have won 4 in a row, but they're only 6-4 in their last 10. So, like, Tampa's won 8 out of their last 10. New Jersey's won 8 out of 10. Carolina's won 8 out of 10. Wow, there's a lot of teams that have won 8 out of 10, at least in the Eastern Conference. Nobody in the West has, but 3 teams in the East have won 8 of their last 10 games. And then out west, Edmonton is 7-1-2. They've been playing well. Colorado's 7-3. They're into a playoff spot now. I don't know. There's not as much consistency in the West. Like, there's a lot of records out west that are really close to 500. Whereas, you know, teams have won 4, 5, 6 games out of their last 10, right around the 500 mark. Whereas in the East, you've got, you know, teams with 8 out of 10. That's impressive. That's not easy to do. All right, here we go. Anthem is done. Both anthems are done. Teams are lining up at the center dot. One last little skate, and then we're going to be getting into the action. 100% Dork, what's going on? Aiden, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, the Senators have beaten the Habs, I believe, every time they've played this season, John. They definitely have Montreal's number. But, here we go. Ilya Samsonov is in the net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Linus Ullmark between the pipes for the Bruins. A couple of 35s going at it in goal. And Bruins obviously trying to break their first real losing streak at any point this season. This has by far been their worst stretch of the year, and I mean, I'm certainly not panicking. Pretty much every other team in the league has had multiple stretches like the ones that the Bruins have had, but Boston's just been so obnoxiously good this season that they haven't had one yet. But they're obviously trying to get back into the win column, end the road trip on a nice note, and we are underway. The Bruins win the opening draw. It's deflected into the offensive zone. Samsonov will come out to play it. Around the wall it goes. Moved through the middle. Taken here by Marchand. Bruins have it in the attacking end. And Marchand fires that one wide. And Samsonov on a shot from McAvoy's got to make a kick save. Taken back now by Grzelcyk. He'll work it up the wall. Bruins can't get it out. Grzelcyk's going to let it go through to McAvoy. Back the other way. Here's Pastrnak into the offensive zone. Shot again. Good start here. Samsonov with another nice pad save. Round it goes now to Toronto coming back the other way. Backhanded in. Going to get in deep. Lindholm plays it. And he sends it up the wall. Deflected all the way down. That's going to be icing. And the Bruins ice the puck here. We get a whistle and an offensive zone face-off coming up for the Leafs. Wayne, what is going on? Gillies, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. No, I do not, Water King. That's just something I've never really paid any attention to. Yeah, but I'm not not worried about the Bruins, dude. They've got 81 points, and we're not even at the All-Star break yet. They could literally sleepwalk through the post All-Star break and still make the playoffs. So I'm not worried. As Ullmark's gonna grab that one with the glove and cover it. I'm very sorry to hear that, Jeremiah. Thoughts definitely go out to your friend and his family. Obviously, his dad. Very, very sorry to hear that, man. That's tough. Florida is, I would say, unlikely to make the playoffs. They're not eliminated or anything. They're not out of it. But I would say Florida is unlikely to make the playoffs. Round it goes now. Leafs have it offensive zone. Nylander gets it in front, but the Bruins steal it back. It's played by Krejci. Sends it back to the D. Moved up now over the red line. Clifton to Krejci. Offensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Shot there and a good stick save by Samsonov. Around now Taylor Hall. He spins back. Move to the middle. Around now. Lifted. And that's cleared all the way down by Giordano. It's going to roll in on Ullmark. Played over to Forbert. The Bruins take possession back. Working it up now. Deflected back to the offensive zone. Coyle gets in on the forecheck against Liljegren. It's played up to David Kampf. He clears it out of the zone. Thrown back in by Foligno. Coyle trying to get to it, but Sandin shoulders him. Coyle plays it now on the backhand, moves to the middle, spin around shot, a good save by Samsonov. Around now, down low, Foligno with it. Bruins trying to keep it in the attacking end with a third line on the ice. It's taken by Sandini, passes to Kampf in the middle. Up over into the offensive zone. Here's Engvall. Engvall curls back, takes it at the blue line. Spins down, fires one off the end boards. It's bounced out in front. Bruins get to it, though, but they can't clear the zone. Leafs keep it in. Spin around shot gets blocked. Loose puck. Everybody trying to find it. We've got a pile of bodies. And it ends up under the glove of Ullmark. He's going to cover it. We get a whistle. Just under 3 minutes into this first period. Still a scoreless start. And an offensive zone faceoff on the way here for Toronto. Ozone draw, Tavares to take it, but he's going to get kicked out, so Marner's got to come in against Bergeron, and Bergeron handles that one, wins it back to Grzelcyk. Up the wall it goes. Bruins chip it out to the zone, out to the neutral zone. And now we get a whistle with Toronto in possession of the puck. We're going to have a penalty call here, as it's going to be a holding call against the Leafs. Looked like Michael Bunting going to the penalty box. Holding penalty against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bruins get the first power play chance of the game here on the road. And we'll see if they can capitalize on this opportunity and try and get an early lead. So it'll be an offensive zone draw now. Bruins win it back. Bergeron to McAvoy, setting up in the attacking end. And that one trying to pass it through to Krejci, gets deflected out to the neutral zone. A good early clear for the Leafs. Played back now. Drop pass, worked up the wall. Pastrnak over the red line, cuts to the middle, into the offensive end, and TJ Brodie gets his stick in the shooting lane, blocks the shot up into the netting. We get a whistle and another ozone draw coming here for Boston. So great job defensively there by TJ Brodie. Hey, Jay, it's going well. How are you? Job's been awesome, man. And doing really well. So thanks for coming by. It's awesome to see you in the chat. Bergeron's going to get kicked out here. Krejci coming in to take it. There's a benefit of having two centers on the ice. And Krejci wins it back. Here's McAvoy out high. Passes over, back to Krejci. Krejci's pressured, loses that one. And David Kampf sends it back to the Boston zone. So penalty kill looking good here for the first 35 seconds. Carried by McAvoy. Bruins trying to get it back in on the attack. He dumps it deep, will chase it himself against Brody. They go hard into the end boards. Puck is loose, bounced in front. Played there by Marchand on his backhand. Out high to Krejci, back to Marchand. Takes it to the corner. Trying to cycle through. He gets hit there by Hall. Sends it back to the point. Over now to Pastrnak. Pass back. That goes by everybody and bounces off the boards out of the zone. Bruins carry back in. Marchand gets double teamed. Leafs steal the puck. And that one's going to get sent all the way down. Bruins trying to get a little too fancy here on this power play and trying to pass through guys, skate through guys, and it's just not working. Got to kind of make it a little bit simpler as we get a shot there and a good save by Samsonov. 30 seconds still to go. Bruins can finally get set up with the second unit on the ice. Zacha sends it across to Hall, but Hall has it poked off his stick. And all the way down it goes. Behind the net. Under 15 seconds left on Boston's man advantage. Maybe one more rush if they hurry. To the attacking zone. Leafs have done a great job killing it off. And that one's going to be sent all the way down. Power play is over. Bruins are 0 for 1 as Bunting comes out of the puck or out of the box. Nope, no Mander. It's Linus Ullmark in goal. Paolo, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Tamara, welcome. Thank you for coming by. Dumped in now. Around it goes behind the net. Played by Nylander. Behind for Sandin. Leafs trying to work out of their zone. About 5.5 minutes into this first period. Played out now through the middle. Over the red line. Into the offensive zone. Leafs back in on the attack. Here's Tavares. Goes off the outside of the goal with it. Around. Good pinch there by Justin Hall to keep it in. Trent Frederick takes it below the goal line. He'll work it up the wall. Bruins start the breakout as Forbert carries to the red line. Dumps it in. Cross corner dump. It will be chased to the corner. Pastrnak gets in on the forecheck. Joey, what is going on? Good to see you. Really appreciate you coming by. Yes, Paolo. New job's awesome. No, nothing to complain about. Getting up, at 5:30 has definitely been a little bit of an adjustment for me, but I mean, absolutely nothing to complain about. It's been awesome. No, we 1000% will be working outside tomorrow, John. My entire job is outside, so there's nothing to do indoors. The whole job is outside. Working it around now up into the offensive end. Dumped deep by Yarncrook, and going back to get it is Connor Clifton. Moved out now through the middle into the offensive end. Krejci not able to hold it there. Get some help though from Zacha. Here's Krejci back to Zacha. Across for Carlo. Carlo with a shot and a great save. Samsonov comes out and cuts down the angle. Played back now Lindholm. He's chased by Simmons. Around it goes to the corner. And the Bruins break back out of their zone over the red line into the offensive end. Around now, lifted up. Played back and dumped in deep. Down low, here's Nylander. Pass over to Giordano and a good save by Ullmark as he answers the Samsonov save. Leafs have it now offensive zone. Here's Engvall. Down in the corner, around through to Giordano. He'll cycle it back deep. Looking for a play out in front, back to the point. Long shot through traffic. That hits a body and goes to the corner. Up the wall it goes. Behind the net. Taken by Kampf. Not be a pussy, no Mander. That's how. And a nice save there as Ullmark grabs it from the point. 11:56 to go in the first. And we're going to head to our first commercial break of this one. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the first period. Scoreless so far. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Leafs when we come back. Hey, Mike and Julie, what's going on? Good to see you here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. Ernie, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. Pretty good pace to the start of this game. I'll say, I mean, the Bruins have had some chances. You know, it's been a good back and forth first half of the first. It's, you know, both teams have had some opportunities, but really, I mean, Boston's out shooting the Leafs to this point. I think they've had a few more chances. Samsonov's had to make 3 or 4 high-quality stops in goal. And, you know, Boston's definitely brought their legs tonight and have had a solid start to this game, as the Leafs have as well. It's been a good back-and-forth affair. Starts have been a little bit of an issue for the Bruins. Even in a lot of the games that they've won this year, they haven't had great starts. And they've ended up, you know, coming back and winning in the third period and whatnot. But it's good to see the Bruins getting off to a good start in a game, because, you know, that hasn't always been the case this season, as good as this season has been. And the Leafs are certainly doing what they need to do as well. Samsonov's been awesome. The penalty kill for Toronto was fantastic. I would say the worst part of this first period for the Bruins was that horrific power play. But, you know, this has been a very even back and forth start. All right, here we go. Right off the draw. One there. Marner rips it. Blocked wide. Leafs pinch down. Keep it in the offensive zone. Worked up the wall. Giordano plays it back deep for Bunting. He gets hit, but gets a pass out in front, and that one gets blocked. Doesn't make it through. Leafs keep possession, though. Giordano passes off for Marner. Marner off of a skate. That's taken by the Bruins, and they'll clear out. Craig Smith up, pass in front. Here's Clifton jumping in. Samsonov with a great save on Clifton, streaking through on the breakaway. Moved back the other way into the offensive zone. That one gets dumped deep. Bruce, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. Morgan Riley will come back the other way. He dumps it in around the wall. No icing on the play. Grzelcyk plays it over to past McAvoy. They'll chase to the corner. Bergeron's back to help out. And Bergeron now will play it over to Grzelcyk. And Bruins are out of the zone. Back through the middle into the offensive end. Riley in the corner trying to clear for the Leafs. Back it goes. Stolen by the Bruins. And now the Leafs will curl back as Brody takes it in his own end. Around now, it's dumped in by Toronto. McAvoy plays it to Lindholm. Lindholm will start to break it up ice with 10:35 to go in the first. He gains the red line. Passes off. Carried into the attacking end there by Frederick. He gets in. Greer comes over, lands a hit. Back out it goes. Knocked down and cleared again by the Bruins. Leafs trying to dump it deep. It's Kampf. Throws it in on Ullmark, who just squeezes it between the legs. Grabs that one and covers it with 10:18 to go in the first. It'll be an offensive zone draw coming now here for Toronto. Derek, what is going on? Welcome. Hockey God, welcome in. Castiglione, thank you for watching. Good to see you here. Clifton's having by far the best year of his career, Bruce. He's been fantastic this season. This is like by far his best NHL season. And it's really like no other year even comes close to the way that he's played this season. Back to the point. Long shot blocked away. Leafs on it first down low. What's going on, Samuel? L&Z, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. One back out high. Top of the circle. Long shot there. Oh, Mark makes another save. Leafs have caught up now in shots on goal at 7-7. Second chance again. Omar gets another piece of that one. Leafs pouring it on now in the attacking zone off of this faceoff. Chances, but Omar holding strong. That shot attempt got blocked, and the Bruins can finally clear it out to neutral ice. Working it around now. 9.5 to go as we're under 10 minutes to go in the first. Behind the net. There's a good hit on Holmberg. It's lifted out to Simmons, though. He clears the zone. Leafs come back the other way into the offensive end. Holmberg goes in deep. Simmons digs it out. Plays it back to the point. Toronto's back on the attack. Moved over. Shot sent wide. Dan, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Toronto still finally not taken by Boston, and they work it out. Addy, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Good to see you in the chat. As Giordano will hold behind his own net. Passes off for Hull. And Hall over to Giordano. Up and out. Dumped in behind Ullmark. No icing. Ullmark plays it up the wall himself. Bruins chip it to the blue line, but not out. Now Ullmark's going to be like, I'll get it out. Does it with a good flip up and out to the neutral zone. Marchand gets double teamed down low. Spins it around, though, for Pastrnak along the near side boards. Pasta knocks it in front. He has a backdoor chance holding the post. Samsonov gets across. Leafs take it now, trying to clear. Backhanded out all the way down. And McAvoy's going to go at it with Bunting in the corner. McAvoy loses his stick, but it's taken by Lindholm. He'll carry up. Now it's Bergeron. He dumps it in. Fires that on Samsonov, who's just going to cover it up. We get a whistle. And with 7:52 to go here in the first period, we remain scoreless. And it'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Bruins when we come back, as we head to our second commercial break here of the opening frame. Drew, what is going on? Welcome. Yeah, at least so far, Sheer. I mean, there's a lot of hockey left to go, but both goalies with very good starts in this one and keeping this game scoreless. So we're going to head to a commercial stoppage here. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It's awesome to have you all in the chat tonight. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun. And we got a great matchup here tonight. Bruins-Leafs, always a classic. And it's a very energetic, fast-paced start as well. It's been a good game. So we're down. We've got about 8 minutes to go in this first period. It's been fantastic, Dan. It's been awesome. Aiden, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, looks like the other game is a little bit more one-sided than what I was expecting. Carolina up 3-0 on Buffalo in that one. So, whoa, yikes. Not the showing that the Sabres were hoping for, especially in a game that Buffalo could have taken the last playoff spot away from Pittsburgh if they won tonight. They would have passed the Penguins in the standings if they won tonight, and it doesn't look like they're going to win tonight. So, yeah, a tough matchup for the Sabres against the Hurricanes. I did not, Jeremiah, no. What's going on, Jem? Welcome. Zach, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Back on front, backdoor chance. Samsonov holds the post again. This time on Marchand. Bruins with it, offensive zone. Leafs trying to clear. They send it to the sidewall. Grzelcyk keeps it in. Boston on the attack. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Grzelcyk from down low. Back out high. McAvoy with a shot. Samsonov with the save through traffic. Trying to get to this loose puck. Kept in again. Work down low. Bergeron will chase. McAvoy comes in, knocks his man down. Around it goes. Boston trying to get it passed back out. Brody's going to knock it away from Marchand. Now they'll dig for it along the end boards. Pastrnak steals it back. Worked out. Nice back check, though, from Anderson to poke that one away. Cantful cycle down low. Bruins head off for a change. Jack, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Around now, down the boards. Lindholm goes shoulder to shoulder with Kerfoot. Leafs trying to cycle it here in the attacking end. Bruins obviously trying to steal it back and break out. Craig Smith with it. He'll cycle down low. Worked up the wall, out over the red line, all the way in. That's going to be icing as the pass doesn't connect with anybody. And 6:21 to go here in the first period. Game is still 0-0. Both goaltenders have seen 9 shots and made 9 saves. So we've got a goalie duel brewing here between Linus Ullmark and Ilya Samsonov. Both goalies been outstanding so far as the Leafs win that face-off back. Move to the middle. Marner turns it over, and the Bruins get it out of the zone. Marner steals back, though, by the red line. Dumped in past Tavares. Bruins digging for it along the wall. Leafs get a couple guys in there as well. Played by Giordano out high. Work down the half wall. We're under 6 minutes now to go in the first period. Playing it over. Taken by Marner. Spin around. That one gets knocked away by Coyle. Coyle pass to Smith into the offensive zone. Fires one into the glove of Samsonov. And they'll force him to cover up. And it will be an attacking zone face-off for the Bruins coming up. So we're at 5:42 to go here in the first period. And we're going to head to our final commercial break of this first period. Game still 0-0. And Boston in the offensive zone for the face-off when we come back. So another stoppage here. A chance to catch our breath. Again, really good back and forth start. Very evenly played game so far. You know, shots on goal are very close. Scoring chances are very close. Goaltending's been outstanding. Both teams have their skating legs. This has been a fun first period between these two. Very, very good, Austin. Very good. Hey, Tyler, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It's gonna depend on money in the cap situation, Rick, and obviously what other moves they decide to make at the deadline. But it's definitely an option. It's definitely an option for them, but you know, we'll see what they're able to afford to do. Like, usually when I'm streaming, Tyler, but like I didn't wear it all day today. I had a different hat on at work, but I pretty much just wear this when I'm streaming. Sounds pretty funny, Jeremiah. Yeah. No, definitely no work indoors, that's for sure. Everything is outside. As we're back underway now, it's lifted out to the neutral zone. Leafs clear. Bruins trying to carry back in. It's Taylor Hall. Hall with it now. Drives to the corner. Stops on Sandin. Back to the point. Long shot. Gets blocked aside. Working around now down low. Bruins still with it in the offensive end. Leafs trying to send it up the wall to clear. Engvall to the middle. Good pass there to Kampf. Over to Sandin jumping into the play. Toronto goes on the attack now in front. Backdoor. Oh, what a pad save by Ullmark. Absolutely monster stop on Pierre Engvall. And Ullmark slides across with the pad and keeps it out. Wow. What a golden opportunity for the Maple Leafs, but they're not able to beat Linus Ullmark. And these goalies looking fantastic so far tonight. 5:05 to go in the first. Game still scoreless. And you can thank both the guys in net for that. Bergeron now in the face-off dot against Kerfoot. And looks like we might have an issue with the clock as the face-off is delayed. No, they're... Looks like they're taking a look at this. The referees just went over to the timekeeper's bench. And I guess they're trying to look and see if this ever went into the net. It was good, Jack. It was pretty good. A lot of fun to do it, live in person at the arena for sure. Looks like they're taking a look at this to see if it ever went in the net. First two whacks were definitely stopped by the pad, and then it just kind of ends up under Ullmark after that. I don't think there's certainly not going to be any sort of conclusive evidence here. It looks like it just ends up under the goaltender. Yeah, it's no goal. They were right the first time. And the review confirmed that Ullmark made the stop with the pad, and then it just ended up underneath him. And we'll get ready now for the offensive zone face-off. Bruins clear it right up the wall and are out of the zone. Leafs trying to stand up and neutralize, but Bergeron over to Marchand into the offensive end. Brad Marchand not able to get through a couple of defenders. Leafs come back the other way. Here's Kerfoot. Pass over to the middle. High slot back in. Big shoulder save there by Ullmark. Bruins clear it back out, but can't maintain possession. Leafs right back in on the attack. It's Nylander. Passes out high for Riley. Riley with a shot through traffic. Blocked down in front. Ullmark able to find the loose puck and cover it. Jamie, what is going on? Brendan, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Ullmark with another couple of nice saves here. Steven, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. We're down to 4:34 left here in the first. Game is still 0-0. Both teams double-digit shots. Another save there by Ullmark through traffic. That's going to now be 13 saves for him, as Frederick trying to muscle it by Justin Hall, but not able to. Back the other way now. Leafs carry. Cycle back in their own zone. Hall will get it out to neutral ice. Moved up into the Boston end. They'll chase to the corner as Carlo gets back. Played by Forbert. He can't do anything with it. Carlo takes it again. He'll go up the boards. Chipped out of the zone. Cleared here by the Bruins. Now into the attacking end. Craig Smith just cycles down low, trying to get it to Coyle. It's taken there by Liljegren, and the Leafs have possession. Bruins heavy in on the forecheck. Good hit there by Hall. Now Smith. Smith trying to work it around. Gets it down low for Frederick. Excuse me, that was Frederick, not Hall with the hit. Here's Coyle with it. takes it behind the net, looking to wrap it around in front. Spin around shot. Samsonov with another save, holds the post. Clifton back in his own end. We got 3:25 left in the first period. Still looking for our first goal as Clifton carries in. Falls down. Leafs steal it. Come back the other way. Lindholm in a race against Simmons. Simmons trying to get around Lindholm, but he sends it up the wall. Can't get it past the point man. We'll try again now, but Simmons steals it on the back check, pestering from behind. Thrown in at a sharp angle. And we get a save there by Omar. He'll squeeze it under the arm. And a stop here with 3:03 to go and an offensive zone faceoff for Toronto on the way. Here we go now. Offensive zone. Holmberg's going to get kicked out of the dot. That means Simmons will take the draw now against Krejci. And it's kind of a stalemate off the draw. Eventually, Holmberg comes in and takes it for Toronto. He works down low. Pass out in front. Simmons shoots one wide of the goal. Pontus Holmberg with it. Cycles it through. Brody pinches to keep it in. Back out high for Simmons with a long shot. That one misses wide off the end boards. Round it goes. McAvoy behind his own net. Pass up pass. Krejci into the offensive zone. No, they can't maintain possession. Trying to get that one through with Tazaka. Wasn't able to. Simmons is back the other way now for the Leafs as he'll bury it down low. Aston Reese in there as well. Leafs keep it in the offensive end. Knocked down along the wall by Grzelcyk. Back to McAvoy. McAvoy high off glass up to Bergeron. Bruins clear. Backhanded into the Toronto end, but that came from behind the red line. We're going to get a whistle here and an icing call against Boston with 2:05 left in the first. It'll be another offensive zone faceoff for Toronto on the way. Here we go now. Off the face-off. Tavares move to the middle. Here's Nylander with a high shot. That one's just over the bar. Bruins chip it back to the Leafs zone. And once again, that's going to be icing as they don't gain the red line. Marchand ices it this time. And we're down to 1:49 to go in the first. Another ozone draw for Toronto on the way. Nope. Austin Matthews is out week to week. He's not going to the All-Star game. He's been injured, and he continues to be injured. You won't see Austin Matthews back probably for another couple weeks. Into the offensive zone. Here comes Boston now. Bergeron passes it around for Pastrnak. Pastrnak back out in front. Tries to get it through to Carlo. And that's cleared all the way down. Bruins back the other way. Here's Pasta. Gets one through on the forehand shot. Oh, what a save! Samsonov with the pad. Robbing David Pastrnak. And now the Leafs take it and carry back the other way. Engvall drives wide on Carlo. Kept to the outside. Taken back now by the Bruins. Pasta kicks it to his stick. Over to Coyle. Back to Pasta. He's looking to get it deep. He's rubbed out along the boards. Coyle comes in and lays a hit, but Engvall gets it out of the zone. Working it down low. One back now. Spin around shot. That gets knocked down. Ullmark and Pastrnak are the Bruins representatives at the All-Star game. Linus Ullmark in goal and David Pastrnak. Back down now. Final 17 seconds of the first period. Leafs carry through the neutral zone. Dumping it into the glove there of Ullmark, who's just going to have to catch it. And he'll cover that one up. We'll get a whistle. And with 10 seconds left in the first, it will be an offensive zone face-off now for the Leafs. As we're still looking for our first goal of this game. Both goaltenders have been absolutely unbelievable. Off the draw. Bruins pin it along the boards down low. Big board battle there, trying to dig this puck out. And that's going to run out the clock as they just hold it along the boards. We got a whistle here. The horn sounds, and that is it. That is it for period number 1 as we head to the first intermission. It is a scoreless first period, but it's certainly not for the lack of trying. Both teams with double-digit shots on goal, and just an absolutely stellar display of goaltending in that first period by Ilya Samsonov and Linus Ullmark to keep this game 0-0. Some of the best goaltending I've seen in a period all season long. Unbelievable start. So both goalies doing fantastic, and we'll see if that continues the rest of the way or if somebody's finally going to be able to break the ice coming up in the second period. But we head to the break now. First intermission. We'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for the second to begin. Thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody watching, awesome to have you. Please don't forget, really helps a lot if you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun. And again, fans of every team welcome and wanted. Let's see. Raven, welcome in. Unknown, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Georgia Bulldog, welcome. Hockey Legend, Gordon, welcome. Thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate it. So we're through 20 minutes of action and a very evenly matched, tightly contested first period. Been a lot of fun to watch. Fast-paced game and phenomenal goaltending. So, obviously, only one other game going on in the NHL tonight. It's Carolina against Buffalo. They are also at the first intermission, and it is 3-1 Carolina in that game. So, a few more goals on the board in that one than what we have here. But boy, sometimes 0-0 periods are really boring and they're snooze fest 0-0s. This was not a snooze fest 0-0. This was a fast-paced, very fun back and forth game. Just goalies playing absolutely exceptional in net is the reason that we're scoreless here. Let's see. Brian, welcome in. Common Sense, welcome in. Baker, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hockey Legend, thank you very much. I'm glad that you think that and are enjoying the channel for sure. Proud American, what's going on? Welcome in. Um, I honestly, Austin, I don't like either team in the Super Bowl. So I don't, I'm not even, I'm honestly not even that super interested in the Super Bowl this year. I don't like either team at all. Um, so I kind of wish they both could lose. I wanted both of them to lose last weekend. I was rooting for the 49ers and I was rooting for the Bengals. And obviously, neither of them won. So, I mean, I'll watch the Super Bowl because it's just a good hangout night, and obviously, like I'll be with my friends and stuff. But I really, as far as the actual game itself, I at this point really couldn't give a shit less with the two teams that are in it because I don't like either of them. Yeah, I mean, I hope he stays retired, Jeremiah. He's won 7 Super Bowls. I mean, there's really nothing more for him to do. He obviously wasn't very good this season. Definitely showed a sharp decline in his play this year. The Bucks were under what they finished 8-9. They were under 500. There's no point in him playing anymore. He's been obviously unreal for the last 20 plus years. Um, I hope he stays retired. Absolutely. I I don't need to see Tom Brady play anymore. Yeah, Dan. Brady had a deal in place for broadcasting before he even retired the first time. He had that plan set up that he would go and be an analyst or a broadcaster on Fox. So, um, obviously, he's gonna be making a lot of money doing that, and he's certainly gonna be in good shape financially. I really hope not, Jay. I really hope not. All right, let's see how much time we have left at this intermission. What's going on, Matthew? Welcome in. We still got like half the intermission to go. Jesus Christ. These intermissions are certainly long enough, in my opinion. The intermissions take forever, Water King. They take forever. It's like, want to get back into the action. I also worked 10 hours today, so I'm not exactly like just trying to sit here. Like, basically right now what I'm doing is running the chipper for the most part, Dan. So the way the crew is set up is there's like there's usually 3 or 4 guys. One day we had 5, but that's because it was a really big job, and we ripped through that job with a 5-guy team. But usually it's 3 or 4, and basically because I'm new, I'm like the 4th guy, so while everybody else is out there, doing whatever they have to do, cutting whatever they have to cut, basically what I do is I collect all the brush, all the branches, all the stuff that needs to get cleaned up. I gather all that, and then I run the chipper and chip it all up into the back of the truck, and that's pretty much what I do all day. It's pretty simple. It's nothing complicated. It's a lot of dragging brush and putting it in the chipper, and dragging more brush and putting it in the chipper. I'm not landscaping anymore, Water King. I got a new job. Hey, what's going on, Maliko? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It I would say like 2020 and I would say like there was a 2-year span, Eddie, from like 2020 to through 2022 ish, where it definitely was my goal, but I've come to the realization that that's not going to happen. So, or at least definitely wasn't going to be happening anytime soon. So, that's definitely not really my goal anymore. I'll stream when I feel like it. I'll stream, a few times, maybe once or twice a week, or whatever, however my schedule ends up working out. But yeah, no, the whole full-time YouTube thing is definitely not a goal anymore. I just don't care. Like, I'll do this when I feel like it, and I have a real job now, and that will be my main job. No, I'm not watching anything right now, Water King. I finished The Blacklist up until that's a show that's still going, but up through season 9 I finished The Blacklist. That was what I was watching. Great show, loved it. And now we're just kind of waiting on season 10. But No, I mean, I've been so busy, I don't watch TV really. I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I leave my house at like 6:15. I get to work, but hopefully 10, 15 minutes before 7. I work from 7 to 4-ish usually, but it kind of depends on the day. Then I come home and whatever I do, I eat dinner, I shower, and whatever I do that night, it's only for a couple of hours, and then I go to bed and wake up and do the whole thing again the next day. So, no, I don't really have any much free time anymore. I don't, except on the weekends, obviously, when I'm not working, but I don't have a lot of free time anymore. I don't really watch TV. I haven't watched any movies recently. It's pretty much work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. No, I was not even close to working full time, Baker. I mean, I worked for myself doing like odds landscaping jobs here and there and taking care of the baseball fields when it was in season, but even that, I mean, I wasn't working anything close to 40 hours a week, and now I'm working like at least 40, if not more like 50 hours a week. Liam, I have no idea who's going to win the Super Bowl, and I hate both teams, so I kind of hope they both lose, which obviously can't happen, but my interest in the Super Bowl is about 1%. Hey Sherry, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Another back surgery from Mark Stone. That's a problem. Like his career could be in jeopardy at this point. Cause he had back surgery last year too, didn't he? It was either last year or the year before. I think it was last year he had back surgery. He might have had one before that. This is definitely at least his second, if not his third back surgery. So that definitely seems like a major problem for Mark Stone. And that sucks because I like him a lot. He's a good, hardworking player. That sucks. Yeah, man. I've always been a big fan of Mark Stone. He's a very skilled player. He's a good leader. He's very hardworking. Even I liked him when he was in Ottawa. I liked him a lot when he was in Ottawa. Um, Man, that sucks that he's got another back surgery on the way, man. You gotta wonder how much longer he's physically gonna be able to play. All right, teams are back out on the ice, on the benches, ready to go. Second period is about to begin here. Boston and Toronto still 0-0. And we'll see if anybody can break the ice here in period number 2. And we are back underway. Moved up. Bruins take it off the draw. Here's Marchand into the offensive end. And he fires one high over the bar. That one missed wide. Bruins dump it back in. They'll try and get going on the forecheck as it's played around up the wall. Taken there. Marner can't get it by Grzelcyk, but on the second chance he does. Now it's a 2-on-1. Chance in for Tavares. He fires one into the glove of Omar. Omar plays it out to Marchand. Marchand will take it back the other way now. Trying to get around Marner, who stands him up. Keeps his legs driving, though. Works it down low. Trying to dig this one out. Back up the wall and cleared. Bruins have to chase it all the way back to their own end. And that one gets thrown in from way out. Right on goal for Ullmark to cover up. Grabs that just over a minute into the second. And we get a whistle. We get a stoppage here and an offensive zone draw for the Leafs on the way. Hey, what's going on, Dean? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. All right, here we go. Face off in the Boston end to Linus Ullmark's left. Krejci to take the draw defensively. And it's won back by Nylander. Toronto has it, trying to get a shot off, but that's blocked. Bruins get it out of the zone. They'll chase all the way down now to the Leafs end. Kerfoot gets back. He takes a hit. Worked up the wall, though, to Liljegren, and Toronto clears it out. Over the red line into the offensive zone. Leafs back on the attack. Round it goes, down in the corner, back through the middle. Boston on it. They'll chip it out. Trying to carry back up ice. And they just end up icing it. No, Samsonov comes out to play it, so no icing on the play. Sandin carries. Brought up now through the middle, all the way. Dumped in, knocked down by Kampf. Justin Hall with the next touch. Back out now. Here's Connor Clifton. He goes D to D. Played over to Greer. Gains the red line. Dumps it in. Thrown in behind. Samsonov who will try and work it up the wall. Bruins get in on the forecheck with the fourth line. Lauko, Frederick, and Greer. Freddie drives it down low. Greer takes it away from him. Gets it back to Freddie, trying to push it in front. Giordano keeps it to the outside. Engvall to Kampf in the middle. Back to Engvall out of the zone. Brought up now, trying to get it in deep, not able to. Frederick comes back the other way for Boston. His pass through to Lauko. Lauko on the backhand, shovels one in. Samsonov holds the post and makes the save. Around it goes now. Lauko takes it from Giordano. He gets knocked down. Kampf comes in and takes the puck. Greer's on him. Back the other way. Toronto's going to settle things down, try and pass it out. Dumped in all the way around. Played to the corner. Pontus Holmberg's first on it. Spin around shot there. That one just ripped wide. That would have been in if it was on goal because it caught Ullmark by surprise. But it goes wide of the post. Leafs have it now, offensive zone. Back out to the point. Over to Brody, top of the circle. Shot gets blocked off a skate and bounces back out to the neutral zone. Definitely the Falcons Super Bowl, Michael, coming back from being down, 28-3 and winning that game. Definitely will forever be the biggest memory and best memory of all the Super Bowls, really. Coming back from being down 28-3 and winning that game and winning that Super Bowl will just absolutely incredible. Worked out now. That one gets dumped in. Behind the net. 15:55 to go in the second. It's played up. Toronto back into the attacking zone. Liljegren drives around Grzelcyk. Grizz keeps him to the outside. He'll just cycle it back to the point. Moved across. That one gets knocked down. Bruins get to the loose puck and clear it back again to the neutral zone. Here's Marchand into the offensive end. Tries to get a pass through for Craig Smith, but can't. That puck hops up on Bergeron. Around now. In the corner. Marchand's there. It's taken, though, by the Leafs. They play it up to Marner. Marner over the red line into the offensive zone. Poked away from him by Carlo. Carlo gets it along the wall. Now Kerfoot rims it around. Marchand trying to chip it past Hall. Marinello, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's been good, Andrew. How about you? Thanks for coming by. York Baller, welcome in. Renato, welcome in. Thanks for watching. We're just over 5 minutes into this second period. Game still 0-0. Leafs carry it to the neutral zone. Trying to go back the other way. Bruins get in on the forecheck. Toronto takes the puck. Played up to Nylander. Over the red line into the offensive zone. Down low now. Kampf. He gets knocked down by Clifton. We're going to have a penalty call coming up here against Clifton for tripping. That's why David Kampf went down. Clifton got the stick in his skates, and Toronto will now get their first power play chance of the game. There have not been many penalty calls in this one. One penalty against the Leafs in the first period, and now we get one penalty against the Bruins here in the second, at least so far. And the Maple Leafs will get a crack at a man advantage opportunity. We'll see if this is what they need to break the tie. Still scoreless with just under 14.5 to go here in the second. And Toronto setting up now in the offensive zone off the faceoff, on the attack. Looking to break this stalemate. Worked along top of the circle, down low, Tavares in the corner. He gets pressured, but plays it back to the point. Through to Marner, now to the half wall. Thrown in front, trying to find Tavares in the middle, but it gets over his stick. Bruins clear it out. Here's Coyle with Zacha. Shorthanded chance, tees one up to the middle there for Lindholm. He blasts one into Samsonov, who makes a save. Worked back now. Played over the red line. Carried by Marner into the offensive zone. Very good, hockey legend. I've watched a lot of Boston teams win a lot of championships, so it's very good. Worked around now. Leafs back in on the attack. Moved for Bunting. Bunting there. Shot gets blocked by Lindholm. Round now back out high. Here's Marner with a shot. That one's off the high glass. And Marner not able to keep it in out high. It's sent all the way down. Here comes Trent Frederick, now shorthanded. Keeps this one along the end boards. Plays it off for Coyle. Coyle to the middle. Here's Forbert with a shot. He scores! Derek Forbert! Short-handed! Snipes one by Samsonov! And the Bruins strike first! It's 1-0! First goal of the game belongs to the Boston Bruins as they score shorthanded. Derek Forbert, after a great play from Frederick to Coyle, then Coyle spins back, gives it to Forbert, who rips it glove side. And that is Derek Forbert's second shorthanded goal of the season. And a big one here for the Bruins as they get on top in Toronto. It's his fourth goal of the year, his second shorthanded. Leafs still with power play time, though, going right back in. Right on the attack, trying to answer and tie it back up. Still with 17 seconds to work with. Move to the middle. Taking their Coyle, cleared all the way down. Bruins send it. They'll get a much-needed line change as we're down under 10 seconds to go on the Toronto power play. Boston's almost killed it off. And now they have, as we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Bruins clear it out to the neutral zone. We're back even strength again. Boston has the 1-0 lead. Over, dumped in by at the red line. Behind the net. Grzelcyk lands a hit there. Leafs keep it in the offensive zone. We got a delayed penalty call coming up. Grzelcyk's going to get called for getting his hands up there. And that's going to be a roughing penalty as we get Grzelcyk and Kerfoot now with a little bit of an exchange. And Toronto's going to go right back to the power play as Matt Grzelcyk's going to head off. And this happened down low behind the net. Grzelcyk got his hands up into the face of Alexander Kerfoot. And right in front of the referee. We're going to get a whistle now, or a commercial break now as we head to the break. But Boston with a shorthanded goal up 1-0. Leafs are going to have a chance to answer as they go right back to the power play. We'll have another 2 minutes on the man advantage. So we get to a stoppage here. And we're a little bit past. See how much time exactly is left in this period. 11:48. So we're just under 12 minutes to go here in the second. And this power play, assuming it goes the full 2 minutes and the Leafs don't score early, will take us past the halfway point of this game. And we'll see if Toronto can tie this up at 1 or if the Bruins keep their lead. I mean, I don't think it really needs a video hockey legend. It's pretty simple. I have a PC that me and my friend Josh built myself, specifically spec'd out for streaming. So we have a custom PC that Josh and I built. Josh did most of the work because he's the computer guy. But that's spec'd out for streaming. I have a just regular Windows monitor right here is my monitor. I have a microphone and I have a webcam on top of my monitor. So that's pretty much, it's really simple. It's nothing overly difficult to do. I did buy like good equipment when I got the camera and mic and all of that. I have a Logitech Brio webcam. I have a Blue Yeti microphone. It's all high quality stuff and plugs right into the PC, all USB, and it's just nothing too complicated for a setup. Moving it now, Leafs have it in the offensive zone, set up on the power play, looking to tie this game. Here's Marner, his shot gets blocked. Round now to the middle, Bunting gets it through, Nylander in the corner. Around it goes. Back out high, and that hops over the stick of Morgan Rielly. Sent all the way down. Back the other way. Here's a chance for Marner. He works it in, trying to get a shot off here, and he scores! Boston can't kill that one. It is a huge power play goal for the Leafs as Mitch Marner ties it at 1 with 10:35 to go here in the second period. And a big goal for Toronto as they even it up. So Boston scores shorthanded on the last power play. Toronto answers on this power play with a goal. And we are all even at 1 as both teams have now gotten on the scoreboard. And a very nice shot to the blocker side there by Mitch Marner. And just about halfway through this one, we are right back even. And these teams continue to go back and forth. They go back and forth on the scoreboard. They go back and forth in shots. They go back and forth in scoring chances. Just such an evenly matched game. And it's played up now. Here's Krejci. He gets a pass up the wing. Bruins carry now. Hall into the offensive zone. Taylor Hall spins back. Boston on the attack, looking to get the lead again. Around now, here's Pastrnak. Moved at the blue line, poked away. Leafs steal. They'll carry up now, trying to get it into the offensive zone, but a good step up at the blue line by Clifton. Leafs have it now out high. Long shot by Liljegren. Ullmark gets a pad on that one, and the loose puck is cleared out. We're down to 9:25 to go in the second period. Leafs back into the offensive zone, trying to build off that goal. Good hit, though, there by Clifton. Caves in his man, and the Bruins come back the other way. Here's Jakub Lauko. Around it goes down low. Greer gets in on the forecheck. Trying to play it now. It's worked up the wall. Leafs get it out. Bruins get a line change. Rasmus Sandin holds behind his own net. Working it around now. 8:35 to go in the second. Game knotted up 1 goal apiece. Wayne Simmons works it up the wall. Bruins send it right back. Here's Bergeron into the offensive zone. Boston in front. Chance there. Can't get it redirected on net. Around it goes now. In front. Bergeron just shoots that one wide. Liljegren can't get it out. Bruins pestering on the puck. Getting in on the forecheck. That one's worked out to the neutral zone, though. And Boston can regroup in their own end. It's Lindholm. Back at the red line. Passed up to Coyle. Coyle cycles through as Lindholm jumps into the play. Dumps it around behind the net. Frederick will chase after it. He and Liljegren go shoulder to shoulder. Taylor Hall comes in to dig it out. Leafs take it, though, down low. Spinning off the hit, Sandin. Too high for Liljegren. Taylor Hall takes it back. Here's a chance back out high to the point. Carlo through traffic. Shot gets blocked. Lindholm keeps it in. Working it, looking for a shooting lane. Another one blocked off to the corner. 7.5 to go here in the second. Out to the point. Worked along the side. Shot there. Boston scores again! It's Brandon Carlo with the goal. He flips it by Samsonov. And it's 7:27 left in the second. The Bruins have the lead again. It's 2-1. And the Bruins, with a great shift from this line, keep Toronto hemmed in their own zone and eventually are able to get a shot past Samsonov and take the lead back. They go up 2-1. Brandon Carlo with the goal. He doesn't score very many, but that is a big one there. And a great shift from that line with Coyle, Frederick, and Hall on the ice. Bruins have really switched their lines up quite a bit here from what they started the game with, and now we're starting to see some goals. And they've moved Pastrnak to, we get another chance here, top of the circle. Oh, Samsonov has to come over and get a nice glove save on that one. And Grzelcyk fired one in, trying to make it 3-1. But Boston started with Pastrnak on the Bergeron-Marchand line. They moved him now to the Krejci line. Craig Smith is away from Coyle and moved up to the top line. Frederick is now moved with Coyle and Hall, and they've kind of blended these lines all up, and it's worked here in the second period. Vincent, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. We have just gone to a second commercial break here in the period. We're past the halfway point of this one. About 7 minutes to go in the second, and Boston with a 2-1 lead. Thank you guys all so much for being here. It's awesome to have you in the chat tonight. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. And we've had quite a game between the Leafs and Bruins here tonight. Very back and forth, very fast-paced, both teams playing well. And it's just been a good hockey game between two very good teams. And we'll see who's able to come away with, the win. But this game is far from over. A lot of time left, and I don't think these teams are done scoring. All right, we're back now from the commercial break. Face-off coming up in the Toronto end. And off of the draw, it's one back by the Leafs. They'll break it out of their zone. Neutral ice here. Good step up, though, with the red line by McAvoy. And now Toronto will try again. Down in, heavy on the forecheck. McAvoy can't control behind the net. Toronto plays it back out to the point. Long shot there, thrown in, loose puck, and Bruins able to keep it out, but can't clear the zone. Leafs keep it on the blue line. Right back in on the attack, pass across ice, taken away by Krejci. Boston will carry up now, they'll gain center, and McAvoy dumps it in. Around now, Alex, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Another chance for Pastrnak, but he can't get it on goal. And now we get a puck played with a high stick, so we'll get a whistle. And a face-off coming outside in the neutral zone as Boston knocked that puck down with a high stick. 6:18 to go in the second period. Bruins with a 2-1 lead. Still plenty of hockey to go in this one between these Atlantic Division rivals. Working it around now. Trying to dig this one out. Smith working in the corner with Marchand and Bergeron. Smith comes away with the puck. Pass back to the point. Clifton. He's going to cycle it deep for Marchand, who takes the hit, but Bergeron gets it over to Forbert. Working around now. Down low. Dug out. Bergeron keeps it in the zone. Kerfoot can't get it by him. Taken now, Craig Smith with a shot. He just fires wide. Forbert has it out high. Moves it to Bergeron in the middle. Back trying to find it, Forbert, but it's coming the other way. Stolen away by Nylander. Leafs up into the offensive zone. There's Järnkrok and a big save by Ullmark. Forbert now shoves the puck up ice. Bruins come back the other way. 3-on-2. Here's Lauko into the offensive zone. Shot just bounces over Samsonov and wide. Back out high. Long shot again. Samsonov with the save. Played by Liljegren. Foligno comes in heavy on the forecheck. Lauko in there as well. Looking to dig this one out. And finally, David Kampf is going to take it. Gets it out to the neutral zone, then loses the puck. Leafs get it right back, though. It's Liljegren. And they'll finally dump it in deep. Chasing after in his own zone. Carlo starts to break up ice for Boston. We're down to 4:45 to go in the second period. Around behind the net. Giordano. Can't get that one up, but it's over to Justin Hall, who does get it out of the zone. Pierre Engvall will dump it in. And played back the other way now by the Bruins is Coyle. Cross-ice pass. Greer, chips it deep. Frederick now heavy in on the forecheck. And that's high off glass out of the zone by the Leafs. Around now, back behind the net. 4:10 to go in the second. Played by Frederick. Up into the offensive zone. Pass across. Bruins not able to tuck that one in as Coyle was going for a short side attempt. Taylor Hall with it now. Back to McAvoy. McAvoy over to Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk pulls it around Hall. Can't get it on goal, though, as the stick check prevents any scoring chance. And now Marner gets it out of the zone. Back the other way. Here comes Toronto. Mitch Marner, the goal scorer for the Leafs, spins one in front. Bruins do a good job taking away the middle of the ice. Krejci coming back the other way. Dumps it in. Getting in heavy now on the forecheck with Taylor Hall. Hall back for Forbert. Forbert shoulders his man down. Bruins keep the puck in the offensive zone. 3:20 now to go here in the second. Back out high. Played here. Long shot. Deflected. Glove down by Krejci. He'll cycle it low for Pastrnak. Pastrnak now for Forbert. Back to Pasta, looking for a play in front. Nothing there. Skates it out high. Spin around shot. Samsonov through the traffic from Pavel Zacha. Able to find that puck and cover it. And we'll get a whistle here with 2:59 left in the second period. We'll head to our final commercial break of the middle frame. And Boston continues to lead this one 2-1. It will be an offensive zone face-off for them when we get back from this break. Earth Citizen, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. We'll close out period number 2 when we get back. Boy, this has been a phenomenal back-and-forth hockey game between the Bruins and the Leafs tonight. Doc, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. We'll check in here at the break on the Carolina-Buffalo game as well. That is still 3-1 Carolina. So after a lot of goals in the first period between those two teams, everything holding pat so far here in the second. We're back now. Getting ready to drop the puck. Offensive zone face-off here for Boston. And down it goes. Moved off of a skate. Marchand takes it back. Can't control, though. Brody almost carried that into the offensive zone, but Patrice Bergeron broke it up. Back now, dumped into the offensive end. Bruins get back on the forecheck. Samsonov plays it to the corner. Brody with it. D to D for Riley. Back over to Marner. Around now, McAvoy takes a hit. Taken by Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk up to Coyle through the neutral zone. Bruins back into the offensive end on the attack with 2:10 remaining here in the period. Around now, back out high to the point. Lindholm can't corral it. He'll have to work back to his own zone and regroup for the Bruins. It's just an MP3 file that I have hotkeys set up where I push one button to turn it on and one button to turn it off, Seth. It's quite simple once you get everything loaded up into Streamlabs. It's just one button on, one button off. Worked across now. Here's Liljegren. 1.5 minutes to go in the second. Leafs have it in the offensive zone. Working it across. That one's sent down low. Bruins take it. Can't get it out. Leafs doing a good job here on the forecheck. Bunting takes a big hit there. Bruins take the loose puck and clear it all the way down. Leafs get a line change. Bruins do as well. 1:05 to go in the second period. And Toronto's back regrouping in their own end. Barry, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for coming by. Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Around it goes. 50 seconds to go here in the second period. Carried through the neutral zone. Up into the offensive end. Past Foligno. Brought up there. Forbert tries to pinch. Krejci keeps it in. Out high. He'll dump it back down low. Back the other way. Taken now over the red line into the offensive zone. There's a shot by Brody off the end boards. Good save by Ullmark with the blocker. 20 seconds left here in the second. Carried up there. That one gets shot. And Foligno's out of the zone. That's cleared out. And finally the horn is going to sound. That does it. Period 2 comes to a close. Boston will take a 2-1 lead into the third. After a scoreless first period, we get some action here in the second. Boston with a shorthanded goal from Derek Forbert. Then an answering goal on another power play for the Leafs by Mitch Marner to tie the game up at 1. And then Brandon Carlo gets the lead back for the Bruins as he gives them a 2-1 lead. And that is how we will go into the final 20 minutes. So very evenly matched back and forth game so far. 1 penalty on the Leafs, 2 on the Bruins. Just not a lot of special teams play here. It's largely been a 5-on-5 game. And with a 1-goal game going into the final 20 minutes, this is probably going to come down to who has the better third period. Whichever team wins the third period is probably going to win this game. And it's going to be a big 20 minutes of hockey coming up. So thank you guys again all so much for being here. It's awesome to see you in the chat. We've had a really fun hockey game tonight. It's been a great close game and obviously a big third on the way. So please don't forget, it really means a lot. If you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL here on the channel. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. So obviously going to be a really fun and exciting third period on the way. No, Mander. I would be quite okay with this getting wrapped up in regulation, but overtimes are fun, but I would definitely be certainly okay with it getting finished up in reg tonight. Hey, Gaming Gang, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Good to have you as always. Jake, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by tonight. And we're just headed to the break. So obviously we got quite a bit of time here at the intermission before period number 3 begins. Doc says Bruins 4-2. That is definitely realistic and very possible given where we're at. Steven says Bees 3-1. All right, so opting for more of a lower scoring third. Goalies holding strong and maybe Bruins popping an empty netter in at the end to get the third. We'll see. But very possible score predictions for sure. So only 2 games in the NHL tonight. Carolina with a 3-1 lead over the Sabres heading into the third period. And the Bruins with a 2-1 lead over the Leafs heading into the third period. This is it for NHL action for the All-Star break. No games tomorrow. Skills competition on Friday night. All-Star game on Saturday. And then Sunday, everybody has off for travel. And then Monday, the league will pick back up again post All-Star break. And there is 6 games coming up Monday to get back into the action, which isn't a ton, but, kind of eases their way back into the normal schedule again. So, yeah, this is a pretty much a benchmark point of the season, getting to the All-Star break. Obviously, both Boston and Toronto at this point, all but guaranteed to be playoff teams this year. It would take some sort of drastic change in the last 30-ish games or so that they have left for either of these teams not to make the playoffs. They'd have to absolutely fall off a cliff to not make the playoffs. So, obviously, highly competitive teams that might end up playing in the postseason depending on what happens come playoff time. Hey, let's go! Barry with a membership for 10 months on the channel. Thank you so much, man. That is really, really appreciated. Let's get some member hype in the chat for Barry. Awesome support, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. So, as of right now, and Boston and Toronto can't move places because Boston is ahead of Toronto by 11 points right now. So, they're not going to move places depending on what happens tonight. Your playoff matchups as of right now in the Eastern Conference, and for Buffalo's sake, they're down 3-1 heading into the third period. I'm going to assume that they lose to Carolina tonight. Obviously, that game's not over, but for the sake of just looking at potential playoff matchups, I'm going to assume Buffalo loses tonight, which means they don't pass Pittsburgh. It would be Boston versus Pittsburgh as a 1 seed versus wild card 2. it would be Carolina versus Washington as the 2 seed in wild card 1. The 2-3 matchup in the Atlantic Division would be Toronto versus Tampa Bay. So we'd see Leafs versus Lightning, just like we did last year. And then in the Metro Division, the 2 versus 3 matchup would be New Jersey versus the New York Rangers. So we could get Devils Rangers and hopefully a reignition of that rivalry if we get a playoff series between those two. In the Western Conference, currently Dallas leads the Western Conference. They would have to play Colorado, who is your wild card 2 team right now out west. So you'd have Dallas against Colorado. That would be one hell of a series right there. You'd have Seattle as the 2 seed against Edmonton in the wild card 1 spot. So we'd get an Edmonton-Seattle series. Then in the Central Division, 2 versus 3, we would get Winnipeg versus Minnesota. And Pacific Division, 2 versus 3, we would get LA versus Vegas. So another Kings and Golden Knights, which we saw, it's been a few years now, but it was back in 2018 playoffs. We saw the Kings against the Golden Knights. We could see that again potentially this year. So based on the standings right now at the All-Star break, those would be your playoff matchups. Yes, I did know Mander. Isaiah, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Devils Rangers would be sick, that's for sure. And, that's a rivalry. I've talked about this probably like 2 weeks ago now, maybe. I don't remember exactly, but somewhat recently on stream, I talked about the Devils and Rangers being one of those rivalries that is really, really good when it's on. But isn't always on. There are times where Devils and Rangers really don't play like they're that big of rivals and it's just another game and there's really not that much special about it. But when the Devils-Rangers rivalry is on and it's hot, it can be one of the best in the league. And I think a playoff series between those two teams would be exactly what's needed to get that rivalry hot again. Because right now, it really isn't. The last few years, it really hasn't felt like a big rivalry when the Devils and Rangers play each other. And I would love to see them face off in the playoffs and really get that rivalry hot again for sure. Because it can be one of the better ones in the NHL when they're going. So, wow, you guys, Celtics are absolutely destroying the Nets. That is, wow. That is a starters don't play the entire fourth quarter level of blowout going on right there. Let's see. All right, looks like we got about 5 minutes to go. About 5 minutes to go here in the intermission. And then we'll get back into the action and have this very big third period coming up. We'll be starting shortly. Hey, me too, Justin. Me too. He's an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Yeah. One-sided game there, Joey. That's for sure. Hey, what's going on, Barnaby? Welcome in. Thank you for coming by. My day's good. How about you? Dude, imagine they both win the same year, Barry. That'd be nuts. That'd be absolutely nuts. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, Justin. I don't. I remember, I try and remember hockey stats like that, but other sports not as much. Shreyas, what's going on? Welcome in. We're getting ready to start period number 3. I believe this is going to be the last commercial break before the third drops the puck. So we'll get the scoreboard set. That's not how sports work, Shells. There's no set time when the game is over. The game is over when it ends. When the clock strikes, when the game clock says 0, that's when it's over. I mean, that could be 30 minutes from now. That could be 45 minutes from now. There's no set time when it ends. Intermission between periods is 18 minutes, no Mander. 18 minutes. All right, here we go. Coming back from the commercial. Getting ready in Toronto to drop the puck here on period number 3. It is a 2-1 lead for Boston heading into the final 20 minutes, but this game is far, far, far from over. Still a full period to go, a lot of action left, and a 1-goal hockey game that both teams are certainly well within range of winning. All right, here we go. Also, the Sabres Hurricanes game is back underway. They have started the third there. Carolina's still up 3-1 in that one. So, yes, I did know Mander. I was a freshman in high school when the Bruins won the Cup in 2011. And I did go to the Stanley Cup parade. Yeah, actually, my whole immediate family went. My parents, me, my 2 sisters, we all went to the parade, and it was a whole lot of fun. My bet would be no, Justin. If I don't have any money on that, but if I was going to put money on yes or no, it would be on no. All right, here we go. Puck is dropped. Third period has begun. Boston trying to work it through the neutral zone. Leafs send it back the other way. Craig Smith will try again. Bruins trying to hold on to this lead for 20 more minutes. Leafs obviously looking to come back. Big third has started, and that's fired in. Samsonov steers it aside. Leafs get it up and out of the zone. Cleared back the other way, all the way down. And that's going to be icing against Toronto. We'll get a whistle just 27 seconds in. And Boston will get an offensive zone face-off coming up. All right. We are underway in this all-important third period. Going to be exciting to see how this one goes. And then as soon as this ends, I'm going to bed because I got to get up at 5:30 again tomorrow. But I am definitely excited to see this how this one finishes. As it's brought up through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Pavel Zacha. Pass to the middle. Can't get it through Pastrnak. And the Leafs take possession back. Giordano in his own corner is going to lift it over everybody and clear it all the way out. What is going on, Bruin? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Spencer, welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Over the red line, dumped in. Bruins send it around deep. In the corner, lifted up. And Toronto not able to get that one out. They'll try again. Bruins get in on the forecheck. There's Foligno with a hit on Hall. Out now. How? Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some sub hype in the chat. Welcome our newest subscriber to the channel. Awesome to have you here. Really appreciate it as Linus Olmark squeezes that shot from, excuse me, from Yarncrook. Covers that up along the post and we'll get a stoppage. Offensive zone face-off now. For the Leafs, as they're looking to tie this game up at 2. Taken now. Worked back out high. Giordano to the middle. Pass shot attempt from the point gets blocked. Taken by Hall down low. Up the wall to Coyle. Coyle to Taylor Hall out of the zone. Passes up now to Foligno. Into the offensive end for Hall. He just can't control it. Back the other way. Through the middle, over the line. Taken now. Giordano backhands it deep. And the Leafs can go in heavy on the forecheck. Here's Engvall. He doesn't do much with it. Gets it back, though, from Kampf. Sends it around. Lauko gets it up to Greer. The Bruins are out of the zone. Back the other way. A.J. Greer. He fires a shot and he scores! It's 3-1 Boston as A.J. Greer picks a corner. And just over 2 minutes into the third, the Bruins have extended the lead, and they're up by a couple. Wow, that is absolutely huge for Boston as they make it a 2-goal game. And the road back gets tougher for the Leafs now. As they don't just trail by 1, but they're down 2. And that is a big goal for Boston to give themselves a little bit of breathing room. And now we got a fight right off the draw. Greer and Simmons dropping the gloves. They had a little bit of an exchange back the last time these teams played. Oh, Simmons with a big right drops them. So Wayne Simmons and A.J. Greer right off of the face-off. And that was all Simmons in that fight, as he's trying to get the boys going. And Greer scores the goal and then fights Simmons on the next face-off. And Simmons and Greer had quite an exchange the last time these two teams played. They both ended up getting misconducts at the end of the second period. And Simmons came away firing with the lefts. And that was all Simmons in that one. But good on Greer to stand up. And we get a goal and a fight back-to-back here in the third as Leafs and Bruins at its best. Let's go. Big 17.5 minutes remaining. Boston now with a 2-goal lead as Liljegren chases back to his own zone. Up the boards to the red line, chip to the middle. Possession here for Toronto. Into the offensive end. Sandin wires one into the glove. That's grabbed by Ullmark and he covers it. 17:22 now to go. Third period. And an offensive zone face-off now for Toronto as they're down by a couple. One back now, out high. Shot in, gets knocked down in front. That one just sent wide, ends up in the corner. Marner gets shoved off the puck. Tavares sends it back to the point. Marchand can't get it past Brody. Oh, big check there as McAvoy throws the shoulder on Brody. Bruins 2-on-1 back the other way. Chance into the offensive zone. And the pass across for Smith doesn't connect. Around now to the middle. Here's Marchand. Taking off his stick. Rolled out. And Bunting now complaining to the referee as he got knocked down, but the Bruins take the puck. And that's going to be icing as the pass doesn't connect. It's thrown from the blue line all the way down. We get a whistle with 16:36 to go. Boston tried to make it 4-1 on the 2-on-1 chance, but the pass through didn't connect. And Bruins continue to lead this one by a score of 3-1 with 16.5 minutes to go in the third period. Toronto will have an offensive zone face-off now coming after the icing. And it looks like Greer's going down to the locker room now. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's an equipment issue or something like that, but he went down to the locker room. Taken now by Krejci. Backhanded up. Played through into the offensive zone. Pastrnak with Clifton joining the play. Can't get a shot off as they tried to go back to Pastrnak. Taken up now into the offensive zone. Nice save there by Ullmark on Nylander. Nylander passes it to the middle. Kerfoot. Kerfoot now trying to tuck one in. And Ullmark again holds the post as Kerfoot gets shoved out of the crease. 16:05 to go. Third period, offensive zone draw now on the way for Toronto, but they still trail by 2. Yeah, maybe it was a concussion spotter thing, Seth. That's possible. Because Simmons definitely landed all the punches there. So maybe it was a concussion spotter telling him to go get checked out. I'm not sure, but he left the penalty box and skated to the locker room. And linesman doesn't like that drop, so they're going to go and redo this face-off. Taken now off the draw. Lifted up all the way down. Toronto trying to come back the other way. Hops over Engvall's stick. Chipped into the attacking zones. Ullmark sends it around. Trying to dig this one out. Engvall with a spin around shot that's blocked. Ends up in the corner. Leafs still have it. Here's Anderson. Looking to make a play. Down in the corner. Played around. Up the wall. Zacha. Can't clear it out as Kampf keeps it in. Anderson down low. Trying to dig it here. Engvall with it. Cycle game going strong for Toronto in the attacking end. Brody plays it at the point. Back down below the goal line for Anderson. Shot attempt goes wide. Bruins trying to chip it out of the zone. And that's cleared all the way down. Taken back. TJ Brody quickly throws it up as the Bruins are in a change. Toronto can't maintain possession. Now they'll work it over the red line. Bruins steal it back. Grzelcyk through the middle. Off to Coyle into the offensive end. Drop pass for Hall. Around now, down low. Played up by Tavares. He's going to carry to the red line. Carries it in around Grzelcyk. Works it to the middle. Here's Marner with a shot that's blocked off his skate to the end ball. Played now. Ullmark holds the post. Bruins take the loose puck and clear it back out. We're under 15 minutes to go now in the third. Toronto trying to get back within one. Round it goes. There's Sandin in the corner. McAvoy knocks down Bunting. Bunting gets back up. Passes it off for Kerfoot. Kerfoot by the face-off dot. Shoots one in there. Ullmark makes the save. To the middle. Another shot. High slide. That one's ripped wide. Kerfoot. Another opportunity. Leafs pouring it on now in the offensive zone. They really have had good energy since that Simmons fight. Pressuring heavy in the offensive zone. Back out high. Here's a fake shot thrown in there. On the second chance, it's blocked to the corner. Zacha can't get it through the Leafs along the boards. Here's Järnkrok over to Giordano. Over to Järnkrok. Shot through traffic. That's deflected off of Nylander's stick up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle with 13:31 to go in the third period. Boston up 3-1, but the Leafs putting on a ton of pressure in the attacking zone. We're going to head to our first commercial break here of the third. It will be an ozone draw for Toronto when we come back. And all about pushing to the offense. Pushing offensively here for Toronto. We got a stoppage here. Boston obviously trying to pick up a big road win here and put an end to their losing streak. Meanwhile, Toronto obviously looking for a big comeback here on home ice, but if they're going to do that, they're going to have to get going quickly, down by a couple. Still time left. It's certainly not panic mode for anybody yet, but time is of the essence. And, they're going to have to find a way to get some offense going and beat Linus Ullmark if they're going to pull off a comeback in this game. And in the other game, looks like Carolina has gone up 4-1 over Buffalo. So I would say that I'm pretty safe in my assumption there that Carolina is going to win that game. They got 9.5 minutes to go, and the Canes are up by 3. So does not look like the Sabres are going to find themselves in a playoff spot at the end of the night. If they had won tonight, they could have passed Pittsburgh, but certainly does not look like they're going to win. Working around now. Bruins back in the offensive zone. Trying to cycle it around for Marchand. Marchand along the wall. Brody pokes it away from him. Leafs come back the other way. Here's a 2-on-1 for Toronto. Nylander with a shot. And he just rips it wide. Oh, what a good opportunity there. But Nylander misses it wide of the far post. Now Lindholm steals. Boston clears it out. Marchand dumps it deep, and the Bruins can get a line change. Hey, glad you had fun, Sherry. That's a great matchup pretty much every time they play. 12:35 now to go in the third period. Pastrnak up and out of the zone. Cleared there. Zacha helping out. Leafs send it right back in. Bounces off the end boards and crazily back out up the wall. Bruins use that to their advantage and clear it out. Brought in now. Knocked away. Taken by Engvall. 12:10 to go here in the third. "12 minutes left as it's dumped in across by Kampf. In behind the net. Forbert backhands it up the wall. Trying to go back the other way. Around it goes. Yeah, wishing you luck, Jay, for sure. I hope it's a great game that you get to see. Played back through by the Leafs into the offensive zone. Here comes Kerfoot. He spins back. He's got a couple Bruins on him, so he cycles low for Yarncrook. Back out in front to the point. Hall sends it over to Giordano. Giordano, second chance, and they score! Callie Yarncroke puts it home. Now we got Bunting getting into it with a Bruin after the whistle. Toronto has just made it 3-2, but Michael Bunting is into it with the Bruins down low as everybody comes together and we got a big scrum going. Trent Frederick trying to get in there on Bunting, who's on top of Coyle. And everything starts to break up now. Leafs and Bruins going at it here. And this is a one-goal hockey game with 11:22 to go in the third. And Callie Yarncrook is going to get the goal here for Toronto. As he was just in the right place at the right time. Puck got knocked down by Clifton. Went right to the stick of Yarncrook, who rips it by Linus Ullmark, glove side. And then right after the goal was scored, Bunting and Coyle get into it down below the goal line. And that resulted in a huge scrum down low with everybody getting involved. So we'll see how the penalties shake out here. It looks like it's going to be 4-on-4 for a couple of minutes. Just Bunting and Coyle, the only two going to the penalty box. Those penalties match up with each other. And it is going to be 4-on-4. With 11:22 to go in the third, and Bruins' lead is cut down to 1 as Toronto is back within a goal. Boy, this is shaping up to be one heck of a finish between these two. Off the draw, it's taken by Boston. They're going to regroup back in their own zone and look to work it up ice. Grzelcyk passes it off. Played here over the red line. Into the offensive zone. Zacha to the middle. Grzelcyk back to Zacha. Zacha pulls it to the backhand behind the net. Looking for a play in front. Nothing there. Out to the point. Grzelcyk now to McAvoy. Drop pass. Zacha cuts it to the middle. High slot shot. And he scores! Boston gets it right back. It's 4-2 Bruins as Pavel Zacha absolutely snipes one glove side. Wow, Boston wasted absolutely no time getting that goal back. And the lead is 2 once again. As it is now 4-2 Bruins. Pavel Zacha absolutely rips one high glove side. And what a shot for the goal. The Bruins lead once again by 2. 4-on-4 continues for another minute and 25 seconds. We are back underway. Almost at the halfway point of this third period. Up and dumped in. That's going to be icing against the Bruins. We'll get a whistle. And an attacking zone face-off coming now for the Leafs. Hey, what's going on, Sal? Welcome in. We got Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball in the chat. If you guys like basketball, he does college and NBA on his channel. Does a great job. Thanks for coming by, man. Really appreciate it. 1:16 left in the 4-on-4. Tavares will take the ozone draw against David Krejci. And we'll see who can win this one. Krejci wins it back. Clifton over to Lindholm. Lindholm back to Clifton. They're going to look to work on the breakout. 10.5 minutes to go in the third. Bruins trying to carry up out of their zone. Here's Krejci over the red line. Into the offensive end. Over for Pastrnak. Doesn't connect on the pass. Back the other way comes Kerfoot. With Tavares into the offensive zone. Rips it back out in front. Nobody gets anything on it. No shot on goal, but the Leafs do keep it in. Around now, Toronto now cycling offensive end. 40 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Down to the corner. Liljegren. Back out. Long shot there. Gloved out of the air by Ullmark. He grabs that one, covers it up with 9:55 to go. And we're going to head to a commercial break here with 9:55 left in the game. Bruins up 4-2. Still a little bit of 4-on-4 time as we head to the commercial break. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Awesome to have you all in the chat tonight. Really appreciate it. Please don't forget it helps out the channel a ton. If you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And we're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Dominic, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Going really well, Dominic. Really well. Miguel, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Awesome to have you in the chat. Just past the halfway point now of this third period. Bruins up by a couple. Trying to keep themselves in front as Toronto pushes hard to come back in this one. Very important road game here for the Bruins, who have struggled on the road trip so far. This has been their longest losing streak of the season. They've lost their last 3 games, and they're just trying to get things back on track and back in the win column. Brendan, excuse me, Brendan, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you here. Really appreciate it. The other game going on is into the final 5 minutes, and the Hurricanes are up on the Sabres still 4-1, so it looks like that game's pretty much done. Carolina is winning that one. Also, good news for the Bruins. AJ Greer has been checked out, and whatever he needed to get done is done. He's back on the bench and available for Boston. So, looks like everything's checked out all right for A.J. Greer. Spun around now. Leafs have it in the offensive zone. Chance in front, trying to get a loose puck. And Omark's able to find it and cover it before any of the Leafs could put it in the back of the net. Big save there. 15 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Another ozone draw on the way for Toronto. Honestly, Dominic, I really don't care about the Super Bowl this year. I hate both teams. And I just have no interest. I mean, I'll probably barely even watch it. I'll hang out with my friends, but I doubt I'll actually pay close attention to the game or anything. I just do not care about that matchup whatsoever, and I wish they both could lose, but obviously somebody's going to win. I've been watching sports my entire life. This is by far my least favorite Super Bowl matchup that I've ever been alive for, and I'm 26 years old, and this is by far my least favorite matchup I've ever seen in a Super Bowl. Chance again here for the Leafs, but they can't get it by Ullmark. Bruins clear it out. Usually there's at least one team in the Super Bowl that I like more than the other and will root for. Sometimes I like both teams in the Super Bowl. This is the first time that I can remember that I just absolutely can't stand either team. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Working around now. Leafs trying to get it out of their end. They'll carry it up ice. Bunting under his stick. Taken back by Craig Smith. Bruins break it up. Moved across now. 8:20 to go in the third. I guess if it was a who do I hate more, I guess this is a who do I hate more, it would be the Chiefs. So I guess I would be happier if Philly wins, but I don't like them either. So, I don't know. I just don't care about this Super Bowl whatsoever. Played out now, out of the zone. Krejci passes it off all the way down. Doesn't connect with Zacha, so that's going to be an icing call. 7:56 to go in the third. And it will be another offensive zone faceoff coming for Toronto. Here we go now. Tavares to take the ozone faceoff. Krejci in there for the Bruins. Off the draw, Boston takes it. It's David Pastrnak. He'll lift it up and into the Toronto end is Zacha with a great backhand attempt and a save by Samsonov. Another chance now, Krejci backdoor. Zacha scores again! And Boston makes it 5-2 as David Krejci with a great pass over to Pavel Zacha. And he's able to put home his second goal of the period. And it's 5-2 Bruins as they have their largest lead of the game, now up by 3. And a big goal there by Boston as they extend the lead to 3. And that's a good amount of breathing room with only 7:40 to go. I would say there's a good chance that was one last nail in the coffin here. I mean, Toronto's going to have to really just go all-out offense here for the last 7.5 minutes if they're going to come back. Looking to work it now. Riley passes up. Toronto's into the offensive zone. Down low it goes. Clifton around the wall. Up and cleared out here by the Bruins. Here's Taylor Hall into the offensive zone. Drives wide around Riley. Looking for a pass to the middle. Played out to the point. Kept in. Over now to Clifton. Clifton with a shot through traffic. Samsonov finds it. Loose puck. Cleared by the Leafs. Over Forbert. Out it goes. Taken back. 6:50 now to go here in the third. Leafs are running out of time. Bruins dump it back into the offensive zone. 5-1 Hurricanes now, so that game against Buffalo is over. Like they've dispatched the Sabres in that one tonight. And the Bruins are trying to do the same here against Toronto. A little bit more time left on the clock, though. Played back to the point. There's Giordano. D-to-D, shot in from the far side. Saved by Ullmark as he covers that one up. And we get a whistle with 6:22 to go in the third. Played over now, down along the boards. Boston through the neutral zone. Trying to play it into the offensive end. Here's Bergeron with a shot. That one redirected by Marchand. But it goes up and out of play. Over the net and over the glass. 6:07 left in the period. Ozone draw on the way again now for the Bruins. Well, Larkin's contract's up at the end of the year, Sherry. And apparently him and Detroit are not going too well as far as contract negotiations. They're not going too well. So there's a lot of talk now that they might try and move Larkin if they're not going to re-sign him. But they seems like Larkin wants a bigger deal than what Detroit's willing to give him. As it's worked through, down low. Played in front, backhanded up and out, over the red line. Taken by Sandin. Zacha steals it back for the Bruins. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Played over to Pastrnak, over the red line, into the offensive zone. Krejci feathers one through. Shot attempt there. Samsonov gets a pad on it. Around now, down in the corner, lifted up the wall. Played Carlo. Pinches to keep that one in. We're down to about 5 minutes left in the third. Bruins still have it. Offensive zone. Leafs aren't going to score from here. Boy, they got to get it down at the other end of the ice. Boston keeping it in the attacking zone. And now it's finally cleared out to the neutral area and back to the Bruins end. Bruins quickly send it right back up, though, and dump it back in behind Samsonov. Played around now. Here's Riley. Going to start the breakout for Toronto. Carried up Simmons. Chasing Clifton. Lays a big hit on him, but the puck gets moved all the way around and down. And that's going to be an icing call. And 4:31 now to go in the third period. We'll get an icing call against Boston. A faceoff coming back in their end. And it will be an opportunity in the offensive zone for the Toronto Maple Leafs. No empty net yet, no Mander. I don't know if they'll even bother, honestly, down 3. We'll see. They might want to get one first, make it a 2-goal game before they go empty net. I think if they stay down 3, they might not even bother. As Boston's right back up into the offensive zone, it's Foligno. Nick Foligno with it. 4 minutes now to go in the third. Around it goes, lifted. Cleared up and out of the zone. Toronto coming back the other way. They can't maintain possession. Bruins steal the puck back. Boy, these last 3-4 minutes has been an absolute clinic in defending the lead here by the Bruins. I mean, Toronto's struggling to even get possession, never mind chances. They're really going to have to get going if they're going to come back here. Boston steals the puck again, and A.J. Greer dumps it deep. I mean, the Leafs right now have nothing for the Bruins as far as puck possession goes. Justin Hall will try and break it out. And that pass offline, Bruins steal it back. Just killing more clock. Watching it tick down to 0. Charlie McAvoy dumps it back in behind Samsonov. There's now only 3:07 left here in the third period. Around it goes behind the net. Chance out in front. Marchand couldn't get that pass through. And that will get covered up by Samsonov as he grabs that. We will go to our final commercial break of this one. 2:51 to go in the third. Bruins up by 3. All they got to do is hang on for under 3 more minutes, and they will be skating away with a much-needed win, a snapped losing streak, and a huge road win up in Toronto, which will be their first time winning in Toronto this season. So we'll see. I mean, the Leafs are going to be in full-on desperation mode here coming out of this last commercial break, just going all in on trying to score some goals. Boston just trying to, keep themselves in front and put this game away, and should be a big 2 points here for the Bruins. If they can, they'll be at 83 points at the All-Star break. That is pretty incredible. 83 points in 51 games at the All-Star break if Boston wins this. A season that I never imagined back at the beginning of the year. And I'm a Bruins fan. Like, I'm glad the Bruins are doing this well, but I never in a million years would have thought they would be this good at this point in the season and just the way that they've played this year. Unreal. So far, it's been one of the best seasons in NHL history. I think they're on pace for over 60 wins. I think 60 plus wins has only happened like 4 or 5 times in league history. So pretty crazy run for Boston this year. All right, we're back from the commercial, getting ready for this face-off in the Leaf zone. And David Kampf trying to muscle it out. Can't get it by. Second chance. Simmons still can't get it by. Bruins steal. Chance there. Oh, Bergeron off the glove of Samsonov and over the bar. God, Toronto just gave that puck away. And Boston really playing well here the final 6-7 minutes of this game. You know they can feel it. They know that they're minutes away from winning this one. And they are all over the Maple Leafs. As we got a puck that's played with a high stick, we'll get a whistle. 2:18 to go in the third. I know he has a goal. I know he has a goal in a fight, Doc. I'll have to check on the assist. But I know he has a goal in a fight. Let's see. No assist for Greer, at least not yet, Doc. So he has 2/3 of the Gordie Howe hat trick, but not the assist yet. Off the draw, there's Zacha going for a hattie, but he fans on the shot, heels it to the corner. That's going to allow the Leafs to carry it up and out of the zone, but the pass once again turned over, and the Bruins dump it right back in. Mitch Marner and Calle Jarnkrok have the goals for Toronto, Water King. We're under 2 minutes now to go in the third. Engvall into the offensive zone. He gets a shot off there right into the chest of Ullmark, who makes a save. Around now. Yeah, that's the record, Sherry. That's the record, 62. Carried back now. Bruins steal it again as the Leafs tried to enter the zone. Here's Coyle. He'll dump it deep around the boards. Under a minute and a half to go here in the third. And Toronto struggling to even keep the puck out of their end. This time they clear it to the neutral zone. Simmons will take the loose puck. Pass up for Brody. Deflected into the offensive end. Taken there by Grzelcyk. He'll spin off a check. Kill some more time down low. Play it to the corner. Simmons goes in on the forecheck. It's past him, but kept in by Riley at the point. Taken along the boards. Here's Aston Reese. Zach Aston Reese back to the point. Shot attempt gets blocked. Stolen away. Cleared out on the backhand. Leafs can't get a shot off, and the Bruins clear it to the neutral zone. 40 seconds now to go in the third. Leafs are not pulling their goalie. Samsonov staying in the net. Around it goes. Here's Greer on the forecheck, but the Leafs get it back to Riley, who goes D-to-D with it. Over to Brody. Final 20 seconds now of the third, and this game's all but over. Just watching that clock tick. And that puck goes up and out of play with 13 seconds to go. We'll get a whistle. No, they did not, Water King. They did not. They lost in the playoffs that year. Colorado went on to win the Cup in 96. And then 97 and 98, Detroit went back-to-back. So they didn't win. Honestly, it's just like Tampa, honestly. Detroit did it. They won 62 games in 96. Didn't win the Cup that year. But then went back-to-back in 97 and 98. And then Tampa did it in 2019. They won 62 games. Tied the record. Obviously didn't win the Cup that year. Got embarrassed in the playoffs. But then went back-to-back in 2020 and 2021. So very almost eerily similar instances there with the Red Wings and the Lightning with those 62 win records. All right, that is going to do it. Horn has sounded. This one is over. Boston hangs on for the 5-2 win. Boston wins this one 5-2 over the Leafs. A big one on the road. Finally break the losing streak. And a good win for the Bruins. And that is how these teams will go into the All-Star break. So I got to get to bed, guys. Again, I get up at 5:30 in the morning during the week now. So obviously got an early rise tomorrow. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Please don't forget before you go, it really does help a ton if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of every team are welcome and wanted here. And really, really awesome to have you here tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll be live again probably sometime next week. Again, my schedule, I'm still trying to figure things out. And exactly how much I'm going to be streaming and whatnot with the new work, the new job. So I'll let you guys know via the community tab. Once I figure out what I'm doing, I'll post about it, let you guys know the schedule, and hopefully we'll be talking again soon. So again, everybody, really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the support and your continued support, even as things kind of change a bit here on the channel. But it's awesome to have you, and it was a fun night. It was a great game. I'm happy the Bruins got a big win. And that is going to do it for me. So good night, everybody. Keep your eye out on the community tab. And I'll see you all very soon.